think about consciousness, dude, and I'm just like, what?
What the hell am I doing?
Why am I aware of what's going on around me right now? Why do I have to contend with not just my seemingly self-derived expectation of myself,
But also the expectation of those around me.
why is anybody expecting anything from anything? I kind of get it. We're all dying, so all of us is like, let's try to make sure that doesn't happen quicker than it needs to. People try to eat healthy. People try to work out. People try to stay away from carnal activities. I get it. And this is not a message to advocate for indulging within carnal activities. Do not run away with that thought. Get back here. But I do think about consciousness, and I'm just like,
Well, now what? What the hell?
I am sick and tired of the fight that's going on between religion and science. I came into this world and I was sure there was a bridge between the two. I came into this world and I read some of the scientific explanations of reality. And then I read into religious, more spiritual explanations of reality. And I was like, yeah, no, these guys are saying the same thing. But now I got a question to myself because it hasn't been fully reconciled, Am I a divine being? Or am I just like a hallucinating monkey? What is going on right now? Is there
an IV drip of DMT?
How am I partaking within this world right now? And nobody has the answer. Some people claim to have the answer. Some books claim to have the answers. And I don't think you realize the functioning of humanity. I don't think you realize the mental makeup of humans and where we struggle to be full. Maybe I'm living through someone else's ayahuasca trip. I don't know. Maybe someone took salvia and they're thinking about me, which kind of makes you feel pretty special, but whatever. At the same time, I'm like, bro, wake up.
Me and you are out of here, dude.
IDK, I do not. Nothing is known. There's the unknown, and then there's just more of that, more unknown. Nobody knows. But that scares me because everybody, dude, free will is there for all of us. And so I can do anything I want, right? Thank God for my sense of morality. Thank God. Because I can do anything I want.
And that scares me.
Because since I know I can, I know other people can do anything they want. You know what I'm saying? We can do anything we want. People would be like, dude, we're just living on a floating rock. And I'm just like,
yeah, let's keep it that way, dude.
Keyword living. Let's not destroy this world while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything too crazy. I don't want to run into any trouble while I'm alive. I've read history.
I've seen what you guys have been up to.
I hear the complaint from people that be like, well, if God gave us free will, why is hell a thing? Hey, buddy, look, right? So you have free will over yourself, right? But you do not have total dominion over the world. That's not a thing. No one has that. So relax, you know what I'm saying? Because if you use your free will in such a way that not too many of us agree with,
you're gonna be dead by now.
You're gonna be out of here. We're not putting up with this. Like that's God's will right there. I'll tell you that much. You're a human being, what we create as human beings, and you're just destroying. You know what I'm saying? Which is like the complete opposite. Like it's very much the antithesis of what we're supposed to be doing as humans. We create life, we create opportunities, we create moments that progress society. You know what I'm saying? Things you're doing.
This is like a general you for Satanists, which sidebar,
Not even sure how that became a religion.
Because what do you mean?
We're worshiping Satan.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's not the answer.
That's not what we're supposed to be doing.
You're just destroying stuff. Like, relax. Use your free will in such a way that progresses society. Love more of the community and stop being so anxious and controlling of yourself and your quote unquote fate. There's no damn fate, bro. Just participate within the community and do so with a loving heart. It's crazy, dude, because at the end of the day, it's like the realization that people just wake up at different times, you know? I don't know who controls.
These are other people's circadian rhythms, but
They're like, some people just aren't here the way they need to be, right? I don't know what happened, but I have the belief that if we just hold on tight to the truth, right? To the orientation of self that glorifies God, that glorifies the highest ideal, that glorifies what we ought to be doing as human beings. Eventually people are gonna, be like, oh,
okay, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good approach to the world. All right. I guess I'm gonna give it a try.
we're doing much better than what we were doing 50, 100, 1,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Just stay the course. Don't do too much.